In each of Ohio's 88 counties, there is one law enforcement agency with responsibilities that touch every citizen within that county. This is the story of the officers sworn to serve and protect. Ohio's counties encompass rich farmlands as well as densely populated metropolitan areas. This diversity results in sheriff's offices located in picturesque rural towns, in the center of big cities, and everything in between. But while no two sheriff's offices are identical, most are active in all three areas of the criminal justice system. All sheriffs have responsibility for law enforcement, and all have the authority to make arrests within his or her own county. Many also perform routine patrol functions, such as traffic control, accident investigation, aiding motorists, severe weather watching, building and business checks. Communications functions are the responsibility of the communications officers in the sheriff's office. Again, due to the diversity found within our counties, communications rooms display a wide range of capabilities and sophistication. But they all have one thing in common. They are the answering point for emergencies, problems, and information for the citizens in the county. In most cases, the communications rooms provide coordination for many emergency services, such as fire, ambulance, and air medical services. Criminal investigation and drug enforcement activities are yet another part of many sheriff's office duties. Larger agencies have available to them the most sophisticated, state-of-the-art investigative tools and techniques. Smaller counties work very closely with BCI&I of the Attorney General's office. In some areas, a sheriff's office may engage in specialized law enforcement activities. Depending upon need or demand in their county, a bomb squad, Marine Patrol, Air Patrol, dive team, K-9 unit, SWAT team, accident reconstruction, hazardous materials team, mounted patrol, and motorcycle patrols may be at a sheriff's disposal. Reserve units assist the regular officers in keeping the peace by donating their time, much like the Lions Club or Rotary members. The Buckeye State Sheriff's Association and sheriffs throughout Ohio joined together to provide additional manpower for the safety and well-being of citizens during natural disasters or special events. Most sheriff's offices maintain and operate county jails and detention centers. Sheriffs and county corrections officers are responsible for providing inmates with food, clothing, medical treatment, transportation, security, and supervision. This has become more difficult as Ohio's aging jail facilities deteriorate and demands become more critical on these old facilities. Overcrowding has become a major problem for older jails. The sheriffs of Ohio have taken the lead in the nation by computerizing the entire booking system for all sheriffs in the state. Inmates booked into a county jail are entered into a central computer in Columbus at the Buckeye State Sheriff's Association. This information is then available to all sheriffs in Ohio. Sheriffs in Ohio are also responsible for transporting of inmates to state institutions. Maintaining the safety and security of the courts is the responsibility of the sheriff in every county. This responsibility may mean that a sheriff or deputy is required to attend all court sessions or act as bailiff. Taking charge of juries outside the courtroom is another responsibility. The sheriff is often required to serve court papers, such as subpoenas, summons, and warrants. In addition to all of these duties, there are a myriad of other court-related functions that may be required of a sheriff depending upon the needs of his or her county court system. Throughout Ohio, the county sheriff is an important member of the community, working to improve the quality of life for everyone. As such, the sheriff frequently assumes other responsibilities beyond the formal scope of his or her job description. Many sheriff's offices enlist the aid of local neighborhoods in working to prevent crime. The Neighborhood Watch program allows citizens and law enforcement officials to cooperate in keeping communities safe. Across the state, sheriffs are working with young people in the DARE program, educating young people to avoid the dangers of drug use and creating an atmosphere of trust between young people and law enforcement personnel. Responding to the needs of those affected by crime, the National Sheriff's Association, with the Buckeye State Sheriff's Association and the Ohio Attorney General's Office, participate in victim and witness programs throughout the state. Law enforcement is becoming increasingly complex. For the progressive, forward-looking sheriff's offices of Ohio, education and training are the keys to effective job performance. Continuing education has become a way of life for today's sheriff, who must deal with issues ranging from operating an office, budget management, personnel, negotiations, jail administration, and many other demands. No other law enforcement officials are charged with as broad an area of responsibility as the sheriffs of Ohio. In each of Ohio's 88 counties, we continue to rely upon the sheriff to enforce the laws of the state of Ohio and the United States and defend the rights of all people, maintain the jails, and keep the peace at all costs. We owe much to these men and women who have dedicated their lives and, in some cases, made the ultimate sacrifice to serve and protect.